For being the club champion, we will try to do it again. If you feel healthy and your mindset is right, then you can fly birds. Try to avoid stray birds in your lofts. Good day, my name is Schalk Du Preez. I'm a fancier here in Vanderbijpark. I fly pigeons at Vanderbijpark Posduif Club. It's located outside of town. Most of the people that know me, I fly under the name Cowboy Lofts. For many, many years. It started in the 80s with my father. When I was still a young boy, he picked the name. He was always wearing this cowboy hat, and that's how the people know him from those years. Last year was a big emotional year for me, because in the years you've been working to have some goals in life and to achieve some things in life. And one of the biggest goals was maybe to get in the top 3 on club level and maybe in the first 10 on union level. I was very fortunate to win the points last year, which was a very, very emotional day for me. I didn't expect it, because you know in life you've got a lot of ups and downs and things crossing your way. Sometimes you can't do this in time, sometimes you have to be there and you have to make time for the birds. In 2021 I ended 7th on club level. That was the year that we had COVID. So unfortunately, one race I could not fly, and if you don't fly one race, you get 0 points and you drop way down the scoreboard. I don't think you can ever recover from that. In 2022, I finished 3rd, so there was already a big improvement on club level, and 8th in the union. So already there I've achieved what I wanted to do, to become closer on club level, and achieved in the first 10 positions on union level. Last year was the big icebreaker for me, as I call it. I won the points on club level and finished 6th overall in the union. So that I'm very grateful. I had the best young bird on club level for the young birds in the 2023 season. My daughter started flying birds also with me last year, which I appreciate a lot. She helps me a lot. She's in a training process. She also won the points on club level. She won the union points. In total, there's about 36 races. As a junior, from the 36, I'm not 100% sure, but I think she won 22 of them. If you go back to bloodlines of the birds, I can't remember everything because it comes from my father's side, but most of them are Katrijs. They used to call it Dubara Katrijse. So, and Tom Locks and Van Rille, it's a crossbreed of those lines through the years. Because as a child, you go to a fancier, he gives you 5 birds, the other guy gives you 5 birds, try this, you lose them, you start again. So it's a very, very long process, but eventually you'll get there. This bird was bred from the Katrijs line. From the father and mother comes from different fanciers. As a youngster, she won for me a race. As I said, the first union race that I won was from this bird. We always get 2nd, 3rd, but to win a union is a very, very, very big achievement. As a 2-year-old, she had a lot of positions. She didn't win last year, but she had a lot of positions. Preparing for the season ahead, it's a big challenge. And if someone tells you there's an off-season in birds, I disagree with that. Basic things that I do is to keep your birds healthy. Every morning I walk past the lofts, look if you can see a bird is not looking well. I mean, you know your birds by now. If you see droppings is not right, then the basic rules, treat them for cancer, malaria, all those things, worms. Not intense now as in the flying season, but you can do it every now and then. It will only keep your birds healthy. Preparing them for racing. Normally my date is around on the 10th of April. Start getting the birds in the air very, very slowly. And as time progresses, if they can fly by themselves half an hour or 40 minutes, We start taking them to the road, 10 kilos, 20, up until 200 kilos. Also, it's a very long process. Sometimes there goes a week by that you can do nothing due to rain or conditions out of your control, but you have to deal around it. Breeding, people ask, how do you know which birds to breed? I still want to meet the person that can tell me this is a good bird. For me, a bird, there is some guidance, but flying a bird, the results tells you if it's a good bird. So at the end of the season, I take the best with the best. You take the best cock with the best hen, then another best cock with the best hen, and that's how I breed. When it comes to feeding, normally we feed the birds twice a day, in the morning and in the afternoon. I've got a guy that constantly look after my birds because I have to work during the day.
My name is Aaron. I'm working here at Cowboy's loft. I'm happy because the all birds in our loft, it's healthy. We keep them healthy. We give them food as normal as what he says you must do by the time when he is not here.
There's no limitation on feeding. He gives them as much as they want in the mornings, take the food away, as much as they want in the evenings, and take the food away. So they can never say they are hungry. There's always enough food for them to eat. For the coming season, what plan do I have for the coming season? I think everyone wants to build on the foundation that they've laid. So for being the club champion, we will try to do it again and maybe improve on your results on union, maybe become in the first 3 this year if everything goes well. You can plan your pigeons as you want, but I think the two things that you must be grateful for is your health, your personal health. If you feel healthy and your mindset is right, then you can fly birds. I don't think, for me personally, there's a better thing that can take your mind off this, let's call it the crazy world, everything that goes on around us. If you have a very stressful day, when I get home, I put on my slippers, put on my pigeon jacket, and I go into the lofts, and you start talking to the birds. They relax you. For me, there's not a better feeling that after a very stressful day, go into the lofts and you start talking to your birds. Improvements that I think we can do in the raising pigeon sport is, this is a sport that is dying, to call it like that. The people are getting older. All the fanciers that are currently is old people, 60, 70 years old, and there's no new people coming in. And there's a lot of things that contribute to this. Pigeons is money. It costs you a lot of money. And in the economic situation that every country is in, you have to think twice where you're spending your money. But there's many ways in doing this. You can start off, if a young guy wants to start pigeons, the main thing you must do is get your loft right. You don't need to build the most fanciest loft you can build. A nice loft that's always dry. My motto is a dry loft. There must never ever get water inside the loft. That causes for you a lot of trouble. And spending money on birds, if any young guy that wants to start birds, go to a fanciers, 10 different fanciers, maybe in different cities. Approach him and, can you breed for me 5 birds? That guy will do it out of his heart. He will breed for you birds, and the other guy will breed for you birds, and out of that you can see which ones is working for you and which ones is not working for you. From that you can start building for you a family. I would like to thank Pigeon Duiwe News for this opportunity. You know, they don't expect everything. All they expect, and I think they want young people to start knowing the sport better. This is a brilliant sport. It just needs to be seen. And I don't think the recognition is there for pigeon fanciers that it should be. Everybody is going to race cars and it's boat racing and it's this. But pigeons is a sport that keeps you at home. It can even be a family sport. Everyone can get involved. And what is nicer on a Saturday, you sit here, the whole family, you make some boerewors rolls, drink some cold drink, and you watch the birds as they come back from a hard race. And a Saturday is your reward for the whole week's work. Your hard work for the week, your results you'll get on a Saturday. Thank you, Pigeon Duiwe News. I really appreciate it.